What's up guys, welcome back to the channel where I discuss accounting, men's fashion, and everything in between. If that sounds awesome to you, hit that subscribe button below and welcome to the family. So last week I uploaded a video on my proven study methods on how to successfully study for the CPA exam. If you haven't had the chance to watch that video yet, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description for you guys to go ahead and check that out. In that video, I go over how making my own flashcards was a huge deal breaker for me and one of the main reasons that I was able to pass all 4 exams on the first try. Making my own flashcards and studying with them really solidified my understanding of the material, and it was really easy to understand because it was in my own words. So this week I've gotten so many questions from you guys on my flashcard making process, how to make them, how to study with them, what to do with them, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And by the way, thank you so much for your questions, guys. I really appreciate them, and I promise you I try to get back to everyone. So today, I thought I would make a video covering how to make and study with flashcards for the CPA exam. So now, let's go over my 3-step process on how to make and study with flashcards. So the first thing I want to cover is when to actually make a flashcard. So there's actually a 3-step process within this one step when I decide when to make a flashcard. So first off, all of your flashcards will stem from the multiple choice questions you do. So when you're going through your multiple choice questions, there are 3 different scenarios that can happen to you. So the first scenario that's going to happen to you when you answer that multiple choice question in your test bank is that you're going to answer the question, you're going to get it 100% right. No doubt about it. You fully understand the material. There's no question. You're like, really, Roger? Really, Wiley? Really, Becker? Like, come at me, bro. I hope this scenario happens to you a lot, and if it does, this means you fully understand the topic, you fully understand the question, no need to make a flashcard for this. The second scenario that's gonna happen is that you answer a question, you got it right, but you're still like, yeah, I'm not really too sure about it. Honestly, it was just chance and luck that I got it right. This is a question that you need to make a flashcard for. The third scenario that's gonna happen is that you answer a question and you're literally just like, WTF, like, was this even covered in the material? So I shouldn't even have to say this, but yes, you will need to make a flashcard for this question. So now that we know what you'll be making a flashcard for, it's now time to go over how to make the flashcard. So to illustrate how to make a flashcard, I actually brought back my old stack of flashcards when I was studying for the CPA exam. Check this out. I actually went to my storage, went to my garage and pulled out just a small stack of the humongous stack of flashcards that I had. Look at this, this is super cool. Wow, this is like down memory lane for me. Check this out. Bryan Carreto's CPA. Before it even happened, I already knew it. But anyway, sorry, that's a whole other topic in itself. I mean, but seriously though, like, dude, I could like make it rain with these flashcards. So I would split my flashcards up into different decks. So each chapter you do will be a different deck of flashcards. So for example, right here I have chapter 8, which is business structures, and then I have right here chapter 6, which is income tax accounting. So inside that deck of flashcards is going to be all the questions from the multiple choice questions that were not that clear to you. So while you're going through your multiple choice questions and let's say you get one wrong and you are completely lost, don't understand why you got it wrong, you're going to get your flashcard and you're going to write the question or the topic on the front side of the flashcard. On the back side of the flashcard, you're going to write the answer in your own words. When you're going through them and studying with your flashcards, you can read the question on the front side and the answer on the back side, so this will avoid any cheating of any sort when you start going over them. And like I said earlier, try to break them up into different decks for each different chapter, because let's just say today you want to go over chapter 6 and it's business structures, then you'll be able to go over chapter 6 because you know which deck it pertains to. And then also guys, make sure within that chapter there's certain sections like we talked about in my previous videos, so you're going to want to break it down into different sections within that chapter as well, for you can be able to go to different sections or of whatever chapter you want whenever you want to study for that certain section. And this flashcard making process of when you go over every chapter, every section, every question will be done for every single chapter. Yes, every single chapter. The way I studied with my flashcards was actually quite simple. So while I was studying a certain chapter, I would grab the flashcards for that chapter. In between doing multiple choice questions, reading, or whatever it may be, I would literally go over my flashcards one by one. When I was using my flashcard to study, I would have 2 piles. I would have a study pile and a pass pile. When I was going over them one by one, and I would try to do this as fast as I can, I would read the question. If I answered it right without hesitation, it would go into the pass pile. If I answered the question, but it took me a little long to answer, or I got it completely wrong on the flashcard, I would put it somewhere within the deck so it pops up again. I would do this until my pass pile had every single flashcard in my deck. And like I said guys, challenge yourself to get through this as fast as you can without any distractions. Another thing I want you guys to do with your flashcards is take them everywhere with you. Yes, everywhere. This is the biggest advantage of making your own flashcards. It will turn any downtime into extra study time. Your lunch breaks at work will now consist of you going over your flashcards. Standing in line at the grocery store isn't going to be so boring anymore now that you have your flashcards to study with. In between sets at the gym, no problem. Now you have your flashcards. And now your restroom breaks that used to be filled with watching mindless YouTube videos and scrolling through Instagram are now going to be filled with flashcards. I swear guys, when I was studying for the CPA exam, I took my flashcards everywhere with me. I clearly remember one time when I got dressed up, I went to the club, and I clearly remember just fist pumping my life away, and I was like studying for my flashcards at the same time. Okay, I wasn't really doing this, but you guys get the picture. Having your flashcards with you all the time will turn any downtime into extra study time. And I know some people on here are gonna say, oh, but Bryan, they have apps now that you can buy and they have flashcards on them so you can be going through them on your phone. But I guarantee you guys, if you guys use your phone to be studying flashcards, my guys here will go from studying to quickly sliding into someone's DMs before they even know it. So let's avoid that problem, take away any distractions, and just study with the flashcards that you made. So there you have it guys, this is my method to making and studying with flashcards. I promise you guys, if you implement this in your daily study routine, you will see tremendous results. Total side note guys, but if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching and make sure to subscribe because I got a ton of videos coming around all around the CPA exam, recruiting, things you should do in college, things I wish I would have done in college, work outfit ideas for dudes, and so much more. So whether you're currently in college or just studying for the CPA exam or already in public accounting, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching guys. If you found this video helpful in any way, please go ahead and hit that like button below. And also guys, don't forget to add me on Instagram at Bryan_Carreto, where I post weekly men's fashion inspiration pictures where hopefully you can find some inspiration and put some dope outfits together. Alright guys, until next time, work hard, dress well. Peace.